Thinking about jumping on the Ozempic bandwagon? You're not alone. It's everywhere right now. People are using it to suppress appetite, lose weight, and finally feel in control of their hunger. And yes, many people do see the number on the scale drop. But there's another side to that story, a side that most people don't think about. The cost, the dependency, and in some cases, the loss of lean muscle if nutrition isn't managed properly. So here's the real question. What if you could control your appetite naturally and without a prescription, without spending hundreds or even thousands every month? Because your body already has the system to do it. You just haven't been shown how to use it. Why appetite is not just willpower. Before we talk about solutions, we need to clear up one big misunderstanding. Hunger is not just about willpower. It's not about being strong or weak. Hunger is a signal, a biological signal driven by hormones, energy levels, and how your body is managing fuel. There are specific hormones involved. Ghrelin, the hormone that tells you you're hungry. Leptin, the hormone that signals fullness. Insulin, the hormone that controls energy storage and access. When these signals are balanced, appetite feels stable. You eat, you feel satisfied, you move on. But when these signals are disrupted, hunger becomes unpredictable. You feel hungry even after eating. You crave certain foods. You experience energy crashes, and it starts to feel like your body is working against you. But it's not. It's responding to the environment you've created. And once you understand that, you can begin to change it. Natural appetite control methods. Let's go through 3 simple, practical ways to support your body's natural appetite control system. No prescription, no extreme restrictions, just understanding and small adjustments. Method 1, coffee, when used correctly. There's a reason coffee has been part of human culture for centuries. It's not just about taste. It has a real physiological effect. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system. It increases alertness. It can slightly boost metabolism. And importantly, it can reduce appetite in the short term. Many studies have shown that caffeine can temporarily lower hunger signals and delay the urge to eat. That's why many people naturally feel less hungry after coffee. But here's where most people get it wrong. It only works effectively when used properly. If your coffee is loaded with sugar, syrups, or heavy cream, you're no longer suppressing appetite. You're triggering an insulin response, which can lead to more hunger later. So if you're using coffee as an appetite tool, keep it simple. Black coffee, no added sugar, no high-calorie extras, and timing matters. Coffee works best in a fasted state or between meals when you're trying to extend time without eating. But there's also a limit. Too much caffeine can increase stress hormones like cortisol, and that can backfire, leading to more cravings later. So this is not about overuse. It's about strategic use. Method 2, electrolytes and craving control. Now let's talk about something most people completely overlook. Cravings are not always about food. Sometimes they're about minerals. When people reduce food intake or go longer between meals, their body doesn't just miss calories. It also starts to lose electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium. And when those levels drop, the body sends signals. But those signals don't always feel like, I need minerals. They feel like, I want something sweet. I need a snack. I can't focus. So people eat when what their body actually needed was electrolytes. This is why something as simple as a pinch of salt in water or an electrolyte drink can sometimes reduce cravings surprisingly quickly. It's not magic, it's correction. You're giving your body what it was actually asking for. This becomes especially important if you are fasting, reducing carbohydrates, eating less frequently, because electrolyte loss increases in these situations. So before assuming hunger, sometimes it's worth asking, is this a calorie need or a mineral imbalance? That awareness alone can change behavior. Method 3, the energy transition, glucose to fat. Now we come to the most important concept in this entire video. And this is where most people struggle. Your body has 2 primary fuel sources: glucose from carbohydrates, fat, stored energy, or dietary fat. In a flexible metabolism, your body can switch between these 2 easily. But in many people, that switch is not smooth. And this creates what we can call an energy gap. Here's how it happens. You eat regularly, your body runs on glucose, then you go a few hours without eating. Blood sugar starts to drop. Now, ideally, your body should smoothly transition to burning fat. But if your system is not used to doing that, there is a delay, a gap. And in that gap, your body senses low energy. So what does it do? It sends a signal. Eat. Craving increases. Focus drops. Energy feels unstable. This is not lack of discipline. This is a fuel transition problem. Now, here's the important part. If you can gradually train your body to become better at using fat for energy, that gap becomes smaller. And eventually, it almost disappears. That's when appetite becomes much more stable, because your body is no longer dependent on constant incoming food. It has access to stored energy. Now, some people use tools like MCT oil to support this process. MCTs are fats that are more easily converted into ketones. Ketones are an alternative fuel source your body can use when glucose is lower. Using MCT oil before fasting periods can help the body start producing this alternative fuel more efficiently. But this is optional. The real goal is not supplementation. The real goal is adaptation. Training your metabolism to become more flexible. Because once your body can switch fuels smoothly, hunger becomes far less intense. Section 3, the bigger message. Now step back for a moment, because this is not really about coffee. It's not about salt. It's not about MCT oil. Those are just tools. The real story is about understanding your body. Your appetite is not broken. It is responding to your habits, to your timing, to your patterns. If you constantly spike and crash your energy, your hunger will follow that pattern. If your body never learns to use stored energy, you will always feel dependent on frequent eating. But when you start making small adjustments, things begin to shift. You don't need extreme diets. You don't need to rely on medication as your only solution. You need consistency, you need awareness, and you need to give your body time to adapt. Because this is not an overnight process. It is a gradual recalibration. So before you look for the next shortcut or the next quick fix, ask a different question. Is my body actually broken? Or has it just adapted to the patterns I've been repeating? Because once you understand that, you stop fighting your body and you start working with it. If you want to go deeper into how metabolism, insulin, and appetite actually work, make sure you subscribe to Dr. Sean Dosbo. This channel is built to help you understand your body in a way that actually makes sense. And in the next video, we'll break down how to start reversing these patterns step by step, using simple changes you can apply immediately. Take care of your system because it's the only one you have.